on Kritika's joining. Maharashtra's CM said that his join will strengthen his party. 2 Maoists were killed in an exchange fire in Ramgiri forest of Odisha. The Odisha police started its operation after tip-off about the presence of 20 Maoists in the forest. After exchange of fire, the police recovered 1 tiffin bomb, 3 rifles, detonators, solar mobile chargers and 10 sealed pockets of ganja. A schoolgirl fought with a gun-wielding robber, in fact multiple robbers, who tried to snatch the gold chain from her mother in Punjab's Taran Amritsar Road. This happened when 2 bike-borne youths stopped a woman and child and snatched the woman's gold chain and fled. Following the incident, the police registered a case on the basis of the CCTV footage. Further probe is still on.
जिस संबंधी मुकदमा नंबर 242 बटा 22 अंडर सेक्शन 379 की 2554 आर्म्ड एक्ट के तहत दर्ज किया गया ते सीसीटीवी कैमरे में फुटेज करा के दोषियों की शनाख्त कर भाल की जा रही है ते अगली कार्रवाई जो भी दोषियों को गिरफ्तार करे।
In yet another horrifying video which is currently doing the rounds on social media, a pet dog can be seen biting a security guard of a housing society in Uttar Pradesh's Greater Noida. The entire incident has been captured on CCTV. In a video going viral, a man was seen lying under a moving train trying to save himself at Kahalgaon railway station in Bihar's Bhagalpur district. According to locals, the person was crossing the railway track.
Good evening, welcome to Rastax. I'm Zaka Jacob. Home Minister Amit Shah has spoken for the very first time in the context of the Gujarat elections to any TV network. He spoke to News18 editor-in-chief Rahul Joshi and he said that Gujarat has never seen tripartite contests. Many leaders from Keshubai Patel to Shankar Singh Waghela have all floated third parties, but Gujaratis have rejected them. He says the same will happen to the Aam Aadmi Party. He also says a distinction needs to be made in the Revdi debate that providing free housing or free ration to the poor cannot be called as Revdi. And also on the Congress's promise of renaming the Narendra Modi Stadium and calling it the Sardar Patel Stadium, he has said that the Congress has no rights to talk about Sardar Patel as they did nothing to take forward the Sardar's legacy. First, exclusive excerpts from that interview of Amit Shah to News18 network. This is an exclusive.
कितनी सीट देते हैं गुजरात में आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी को?
देखिए, सीटों के आकलन करने के लिए तो बहुत जल्दबाजी होगी, मगर मैं इतना निश्चित कह सकता हूं, दीपावली के समय से लगभग मेरा गुजरात में आज 16वां दिन है। इतना निश्चित कह सकता हूं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी यहां पर अपने सभी चुनावी रिकॉर्ड तोड़कर सर्वाधिक सीट और सर्वाधिक मत प्राप्त कर विजयी बनेगी और प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ यहां पर हम सरकार बनेंगे।
क्या आप माधव सिंह सोलंकी का 1985 का रिकॉर्ड जो कि 149 सीटों का था उसको ब्रेक कर पाएंगे?
माफ करना आप मुझे, हम रिकॉर्ड तोड़ने की राजनीति नहीं करते हैं।
अमित जी, इस बार इस चुनाव में अहम और मेन मुद्दा क्या है? क्या फिर से एक बार मोदी जी पर भरोसा, मोदी जी के लिए प्यार, या फिर भूपेंद्र जी का प्रदर्शन भी इस बार एक बड़ा मुद्दा रहेगा?
आप दोनों को अलग नहीं कर सकते हो। 1990 से लेकर आज तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी गुजरात में एक भी चुनाव नहीं आ रही। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का क्लियर कट रिकॉर्ड है और आप सभी जर्नलिस्टों को मालूम पड़ना चाहिए, जब कभी भी हम चुनाव के मैदान में भारतीय जनता पार्टी गुजरात के कार्यकर्ता गए, हमने विजय प्राप्त की है और वो विजय का कारण है गुजरात की जनता का आशीर्वाद और असीम स्नेह। और मैं मानता हूं कि हमने गुजरात की जनता की अपेक्षा पर खरा उतरने के लिए कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी है।
अमित जी, पिछले 27 सालों से गुजरात की जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी और कांग्रेस के बीच में ही मत डालती आई है। इस बार कह रहे हैं कि एक तीसरी पार्टी भी जो है आम आदमी पार्टी उसने भी जो है अपनी प्रेजेंस यहाँ पे बनाई है। कैसे देखते हैं आप, क्या इस बार ये लड़ाई त्रिकोणीय है?
ऐसा नहीं है कि हर बार कांग्रेस और भाजपा के बीच में ही मुकाबला। बीच में केशुभाई पटेल ने अपनी पार्टी बनाई, इसके बीच में शंकर सिंह वाघेला ने पार्टी बनाई, उसके पहले चले जाए भाजपा जीतने के पहले तो चिमन भाई पटेल जो राजनीति के बहुत बड़े जानकार व्यक्ति माने जाते हैं और जिनकी जनस्वीकृति भी काफी थी एक जमाने में, उन्होंने भी अपनी पार्टी बनाई। गुजरात ने कभी भी तीसरी पार्टी के कंसेप्ट को एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है। गुजरातियों का स्वभाव है सबकी सुनते हैं। अब सुनने के कारण किसी के मन में भ्रांति हो जाए तो मैं क्या कह सकता हूं, डिब्बे खुलने दीजिए, परिणाम बहुत स्पष्ट आने वाला है।
अमित जी, पिछले 10 सालों में आप लोगों ने कुछ मुख्यमंत्री बदले प्रदेश में। पिछली बार तो आपने पूरी की पूरी कैबिनेट ही बदल डाली। इस बार भी जो कैबिनेट में कुछ मंत्री हैं उनके भी कुछ के टिकट कटे हैं। तो क्या मोदी जी के यहाँ से जाने के बाद, आपके यहाँ से जाने के बाद गुजरात में एक स्थिरता आ पाई है? गुजरात अपना नेता ढूंढ
देखिए, ये एनालिसिस ठीक नहीं है। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मोदी जी के जाने के बाद आनंदीबेन पटेल मुख्यमंत्री बनी। आनंदीबेन का जाने का कोई और कारण न था, हमारी पार्टी का नियम था कि 75 साल तक काम करते हैं। उनके 75 साल समाप्त होने में 2 महीने थे, आनंदीबेन को बदला गया। उसके बाद में विजय भाई आए, विजय भाई पूरे 5 साल अपने पूरे किए और भूपेंद्र भाई कर रहे हैं। भूपेंद्र भाई के नेतृत्व में ही हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं। इसके बाद भूपेंद्र भाई को ही मुख्यमंत्री बनना है। अस्थिरता का सवाल कहाँ है? कोई सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता अस्थिरता।
मेरा एक सवाल ये भी आने वाला था कि क्या भूपेंद्र जी ही वापस मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे? उसका
हाँ जी, मैंने कह ही दिया।
जी।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का बहुमत आएगा तो श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल ही मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं।
All right, let's open this up to our guest. Satyan Kulbakar is Gujarat BJP spokesperson. Nishant Rawal, Congress Party spokesperson. Siddharth Sharma is spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Radhika Ramseshan, columnist, and Ajay Umat, editor-in-chief of Now Gujarat Samay. Let me start with the Aam Aadmi Party guest, Siddharth Sharma. You heard from what Home Minister Amit Shah said at the Gujarat Adiveshan that Gujaratiyoं लोग जो हैं सभी के सुनते हैं, लेकिन वोट आने दीजिए, स्पष्ट बहुमत होगा भाजपा का. So he's also given examples of other parties. Keshubai Patel had his own third party. Shankar Singh Waghela launched his own party. Gujaratis have never accepted this concept of a third front or a third party.
Zaka, it would not have missed all your viewers of CNN News 18. They are also very discerning viewers that the Honorable Home Minister, when he was saying about Gujarat today, did not refer to a single agenda that the BJP is ready to bring if they come back to power in Gujarat. That is a very big giveaway. And the selective amnesia that he chose, the fact of the matter is that during just after emergency, Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan's Sampurna Kranti also started off from Gujarat. So it is a little bit too soon for him to say. I think nobody is a political astrologer here. So it's too soon for him to say that whether a third party is okay, is welcome in Gujarat or not.
Okay.
The point here, if you go to Gujarat, because I've been working in Gujarat on the ground for very long now, I shuttle between Gujarat. So the people in Gujarat today are looking for not just an alternative, but somebody who is going to deliver to them. They want some kind of hope. For the last 27 years,
Okay.
Today, if your viewers could be, anyone can just log on to internet and see today's The Hindu newspaper. In Gujarat, what has happened is that for 20% manufacturing sector, there is an increase in manufacturing sector. Only 20% of them are employed in the manufacturing sector. The rest 80% are totally neglected. That is why there is huge price rise. There is huge.
Anyway, those are different issues. Let me ask Satyan Kulbakar this point about. One second, Satyan Kulbakar. That Home Minister Amit Shah is saying that Gujaratis have never accepted this concept of a third front or a third political party. इस बार भी वही होने वाला है.
I was hearing to what Amit Shah sir was sharing his views on the national channel that you people are representing. It is very evident that it has a lot of data backing. He has also given the names of the people who have tried to form a third party, and which have never succeeded. The same trend is going to happen this time also, because the way people of Gujarat are looking at this election, they are looking at their own elections. And when a person is contesting their own elections, the 5 crore Gujaratis of those who are going to vote, the eligible voters in Gujarat. We are heading towards a landslide victory, and we are heading towards a result which has never seen before in the state of Gujarat.
He has said that he has not given a number, but he has said that BJP will break all its previous records. Remember, BJP is in power in Gujarat since 1995. I also want to play out another chunk where he's making a distinction, and I'll go to the Congress spokesperson and others on this. He's saying that on this whole Revdi culture, there has to be a distinction. Giving somebody a free house under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or giving someone free ration during COVID and after COVID, that cannot be characterized as a Revdi culture. Let's listen into that part and then I'll go back to our guests.
अमित जी, एक चीज़ देखी गई है पिछले कुछ सालों में कि ये एक फ्रीबीज की राजनीति चालू हुई है। आप लोगों ने उसके अगेंस्ट मतलब बहुत जोरों से बोला भी है, मोदी जी ने भी कहा है, उसको रेवड़ी की राजनीति बताया है। मगर नई पार्टियां आती हैं और जो है ऐलान करना शुरू कर देती हैं, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मुफ्त, हेल्थ केयर मुफ्त, एजुकेशन मुफ्त, 1000 रुपये यहाँ देंगे, 3000 रुपये वहाँ देंगे। इस तरह की राजनीति के बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
देखिए, गुजरात है, यहाँ एनालिसिस करने वाले लोग हैं, पढ़ने वाले लोग हैं, समझने वाले लोग हैं और सोच समझकर एनालिसिस कर गुजरात की जनता फैसला लेती है। अब तक जो वादे किए गए इसका योग बताए तो गुजरात का बजट 2,42,000 करोड़ है और वादे हो गए हैं 3,52,000 करोड़ के। नई इनकम कुछ नहीं करनी है, पुराना बजट एज इट इज और 3,52,000 करोड़ लाना है। कोई बता दे जरा कैसे लाएंगे, इसका तो हिसाब दे। ये गुजरात की जनता समझती है और कुछ वादे तो इतने हास्यास्पद है। हम प्राथमिक शिक्षा को फ्री करेंगे, हमारे यहाँ 1960 से प्राथमिक शिक्षा फ्री है। अब क्या फ्री करोगे भाई तुम? फ्री है, उनको ये भी मालूम नहीं यहाँ क्या चल रहा है। स्वाभाविक है, यहाँ के नहीं है तो, परंतु थोड़ा स्टडी तो करना चाहिए।
जब फ्रीबीज की बात होती है तो केंद्रीय सरकार भी तो फ्रीबीज दे रही है। कहीं ऐसा जैसे कि फ्री राशन दे रहे हैं आप, उसकी आपकी व्यवस्था बनी हुई है, फ्री सिलेंडर आप भी दे रहे हैं, तो इसको आप कैसे देखते हैं? क्या ये फ्रीबीज नहीं?
देखिए, दो चीजों में तत्वतः फर्क है। जैसे भारत सरकार की सो कॉल्ड फ्रीबीज, किसी को घर देना, किसी को गैस का कनेक्शन देना, किसी के घर में लाइट पहुंचाना, किसी को आयुष्मान भारत का कार्ड देना और अब अंत में आपने जो कहा कोरोना के बाद उनको फ्री राशन देना, किसी को बिजली देना, ये रेवड़िये बांटना नहीं है, मगर बिजली का बिल न देना रेवड़िये बांटना है। किसी को घर देना मैं नहीं मानता रेवड़ी बांटना है, ये इसके जीवन स्तर को उठाने का प्रयास है। जो आजादी के 70 साल तक कांग्रेस ने 60 साल तक शासन किया वो नहीं कर पाए, वो हम करें। मगर फिर घर का टैक्स हम माफ नहीं करते, इसका हम शौचालय बना देते हैं क्योंकि अधिकार है 75 साल के बाद एक महिला का कि घर में शौचालय हो, उसको एम्ब्रेसमेंट ना हो सुबह, मगर हम शौचालय का रिपेयरिंग नहीं कर देते। और जहां तक मुफ्त में अनाज देने की बात है, आप सभी को मालूम है, पूरा देश जानता है, पूरी दुनिया जानती है कि कोरोना के बाद एक लिंगरिंग फेज में स्लो डाउन रहा है, जिसकी सबसे बुरी असर किसी पर पड़ी है तो देश के गरीबों पर पड़ी है। सोसाइटी का कोई भी सेगमेंट कुदरती आपत्ति के कारण, महामारी के कारण अगर किसी भी तरह से प्रभावित होता है तो शासन की जिम्मेदारी है, नैतिक जिम्मेदारी है इसको मदद करना। जैसे बाढ़ आती है, सूखा आता है, साइक्लोन आता है, तो हम मदद करते, वो फ्री बीज नहीं है, उसका सपोर्ट है। तो ये दोनों को मिक्सअप नहीं करना चाहिए। वोट के लिए रेवड़िया बांटना अलग बात है और किसी का जीवन स्तर ऊपर उठाने के लिए एक बार उसको मदद कर इसको अच्छे जीवन जीने का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर देना अलग बात है। दोनों कोई बीच में मूलतः अंतर है और मैं मानता हूं देश की जनता इसको जानती है।
Let me ask Radhika Ramseshan, the distinction that's being made, giving somebody electricity is not Revdi, but saying that we will waive off your electricity bill, that is Revdi culture.
Yeah, Zaka, I have a problem with this attempt of the BJP to draw a distinction which I think is questionable, which is debatable, and which at a certain level is also disingenuous. Now, let's not forget, how did they win the UP election? There was Hindutva, but there was a very strong dose of welfare benefits as well. The free rations that were given in the COVID period, which continued right up to the elections, I think, which are continuing right now. The PM Kisan, the free housing, and so on. And in the Gujarat budget has also budgeted for free rations to pregnant and lactating women for a certain timeline, textbooks to students studying in government schools. Now, what do you call these? These are mechanisms of empowerment, or are they freebies? I mean, it's a debate which can continue endlessly.
Okay.
When he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Modi certainly had a marked aversion towards the kind of freebie politics that other chief ministers were practicing, notably in the Hindi heartland. Gujarat is an entrepreneurial state, but Gujarat is also a vastly rural state. So any kind of, whatever you call it, freebie or empowerment mechanisms given to people living in the villages for whom agriculture is becoming increasingly untenable. I think that's very important. It's the same case in Gujarat as in Uttar Pradesh or Bihar. But then I mean, you call it freebies or whatever, but it exists.
Let me ask Nishant Rawal
on
the Congress's. I think the state Congress president said that if the Congress were to come to power in Gujarat, they will rename the Narendra Modi Stadium as the Sardar Patel Stadium. So the Home Minister was asked about that, and he said the Congress party should be the last people talking about Sardar Patel, because the Congress party in 60 years in power did nothing to enshrine Sardar Patel's legacy. In fact, you gave him the Bharat Ratna 40 years after he died.
Zaka, first of all, I would like to say about this freebies. BJP having two faces, like हाथी के दांत दिखाने और खाने के कुछ और होते हैं. Their first phase in Himachal Pradesh, when they introduced their manifesto, they also started giving free electricity. They also started, providing these freebies, same like Aam Aadmi Party doing in Gujarat. There is a big difference between BJP manifesto and Congress manifesto in Gujarat. First of all, I would like to introduce that manifesto that before 30 years of BJP corrupted rule, Congress was also ruling Gujarat. And we used to give this government facilities like government schools, admissions in government universities, free education, and the old pension yojana to the karmacharis of Gujarat government. We used to give. But due to this political matter and 27 years of rule of BJP, they stopped that. And we introduced, Rahul Gandhi ji said that 8 vachans to Gujarati peoples. The same thing we introduced, that once we come down in the rule, we will start providing it. Okay. Now, if you talk about Sardar Patel, Sardar Patel was a Congressy man. He is a Congressy man. His soul is a Congressy man, right? Nobody at all, nobody has right to change any government officials or any government board names under Narendra Modi's name, because Narendra Modi is our running prime minister, sitting prime minister.
Okay.
So Congress said very clearly, once we come down to the rule with majority seats, 125 seats this time, we will just change it to Sardar Patel because we want to tribute it.
No, but why you didn't do anything for Sardar Patel's legacy when you were in power?
No,
if we have that chunk, let's play that out, and then I'll get Ajay Umut and Satyen Kulbakar also to respond. Yeah.
Zaka, Indian National Congress do not believe in promotion and fake marketing. We believe in work.
Do we have the chunk about what Amit Shah was asked about Sardar Patel and specifically the renaming? All right, but Ajay Umut, is this a big talking point in the campaign there in Gujarat, that the Congress is saying that they will rename the Narendra Modi Stadium?
No, not at all. Nobody is discussing this, that, if they replace the name of Sardar Patel again, it will make any political dent in favor of Congress party. Nobody is discussing this. To tell you very frankly, the harsh reality on ground that, everybody is talking about caste, community, communal voting pattern and other things, that, whether Aam Aadmi Party and OVC would cut the vote of Congress party or not, Muslim vote bank particularly, and Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress party is worried about their OBC vote bank, their Kshatriya vote bank, their Harijan vote bank, Dalit vote bank, all ticket distribution. There are 32 candidates who did not get ticket in Bharatiya Janata Party. They had gone to Kamlam headquarters, and more than 10 candidates, aspirants had gone to Congress Party, made a lot of halla gulla there. The former Congress Party president, Mr. Amit Chawda, who is considered to be very close to Madhav Singh Solanki group, has written a letter to Congress High Command saying this, that in ticket allocation you had given less number of seats, tickets to OBC community. So we all talk about this development and other things, but in reality on ground BJP is saying that in our list there are 49 OBC candidates, 40 Patidar candidates, 19 Kshatriya candidates, 13 Brahmin candidates, 2 Mahants and no Muslim. This is the harsh reality on ground. All parties are talking about caste, community and communal vote bank. Nobody is bothered, or nobody is talking about Sardar Patel.
Let me play that chunk out. We have that chunk out because this was said by the state Congress president, and Amit Shah was asked this question. This is what he had to say in response.
कांग्रेस के मैनिफेस्टो में एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात कही है। उन्होंने ये कहा है कि अगर वो पार्टी पावर में आई तो नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम का नाम बदलकर सरदार पटेल स्टेडियम करेंगे। इसके बारे में आपकी क्या विचार है?
मैं तो धन्यवादी हूं, आपने सवाल पूछ लिया, मैं अखबार में देख रहा था। अब आपने पूछ ही लिया है तो यहीं पर जवाब स्पष्ट कर देता हूं। सबसे पहली बात, कांग्रेस को सरदार पटेल का नाम देने का अधिकार ही नहीं है। पूरा जीवन सरदार को इतिहास में उचित स्थान न मिले, इसके पीछे एक गांधी नेहरू परिवार ने लगा। सरदार पटेल की अंत्येष्टि से लेकर, सरदार पटेल का स्मारक बनने से लेकर, सरदार पटेल को भारत रत्न देने तक कोई भी काम इन्होंने रोड़ा अटकाने के अलावा नहीं किया। नरेंद्र भाई ने विश्व की सबसे बड़ी ऊंची प्रतिमा यहां पर सरदार साहब के स्मारक में बनाई। क्या बात कर रहे हो, सरदार किया। नरेंद्र भाई ने देश भर के 8.5 करोड़ किसानों के औजारों का लोहा पिघलाकर किसान नेता सरदार पटेल का, लौह पुरुष सरदार पटेल का विश्व का सबसे बड़ा पुतला बनाने का बात। एक भी कांग्रेसी नेता आज तक वहां पर पुष्पांजलि करने नहीं गया। प्रतिमा किसने भी बनाई हो, आपके शासन में बहुत सारी प्रतिमा बनी है महापुरुषों की, हम जाते हैं, आदर भाव व्यक्त करते हैं। क्योंकि ये प्रतिमा सरदार पटेल की नरेंद्र भाई ने बनाई इसलिए आप नहीं जाते, ऐसा नहीं है। क्योंकि ये सरदार पटेल की प्रतिमा है इसलिए कांग्रेसी नहीं जाते। और सरदार पटेल को हमेशा अन्याय करने का काम एक कांग्रेस पार्टी ने। सरदार पटेल के नाम पर ना कोई योजना बनी, ना कोई बड़ा स्मारक बना, ना आपने भारत रत्न दिया। जब कांग्रेस गई तब जाकर भारत रत्न मिला सरदार पटेल को।
So there you have the Home Minister saying that Congress has done nothing for Sardar Patel. Even congressmen or women have not gone to the Statue of Unity in Kevadia. Nishant Rawal, respond quickly to that and then I'll get the others also. Satyan Kulkarni also. Yeah.
Zaka, I think Home Minister never been to the Partition Museum stated in Amritsar. Home Minister is just trying to, going ahead with the BJP manifesto, changing and amending and tempering the history of India, history of Indian freedom movement. Sardar Patel, Nehruji, Mahatma Gandhi ji, he has no idea about the relation in between and why Nehru Gandhi ji was the first Prime Minister of India and why Sardar Patel ji was the first Home Minister of India and what Congress party has done with these two names. I would like to remind BJP as well that who banned RSS? Who banned RSS? Sardar Patel ji, in fact, right?
Okay.
So,
Satyan Kulkarni, please respond.
Satyan
Kulkarni, please respond. At the end of the day, Sardar Patel was also a congressman.
The way these people are trying to defend such a stalwart leader of the country, that itself shows that चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका। ये इसलिए, the reason behind is when the Statue of Unity was taken up, Amit Shah ji very rightly said, has any Congressy MLA or a member of parliament gone there and paid tribute to the stalwart leader? I have not seen a pic. If there is a pic, please show me through your channel. What was the reason? What was the CWC resolution for the Prime Minister of the country and why it changed? The entire world knows about it. So they people talking about Sardar Patel ji at this point of time, we understand their desperation. Second step, that what they are talking in their manifesto is we will name that area, Sardar Patel Stadium. They have really not done the study of it. The entire Sankul, the area itself is known as Sardar Patel Stadium, arena, and inside that a small cricket ground, which is not even 1/10 of the entire area, that is named behind Narendra Modi. So they should do their homework properly to understand that
Okay.
people, the manifesto while you are discussing, at
All
least
right.
you are aware of what you are trying to tell.
I'll take one final chunk from that interview where he touched upon a host of issues. The issue of uniform civil code, because now state after state, BJP rules state after state. We heard this in Uttarakhand, we heard this in Himachal. Home Minister was asked about UCC and whether the BJP will bring a bill in Parliament to introduce the uniform civil code. This is what he said.
जब चुनाव आते हैं तो उसके पहले यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड की बात आपकी पार्टी करती है।
भाई एक मिनट रुक जाओ। 1950 से हमारे हर घोषणा पत्र में है कि हम यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड को लाएंगे। जी 1950 से नहीं, संविधान सभा ने भी आर्टिकल 44 के अंदर कहा है कि देश के विधानमंडलों और देश की संसद ने जब भी अनुकूलता हो तब यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड लाना चाहिए, जिसमें जवाहरलाल नेहरू, सरदार पटेल, मौलाना आजाद, राजा जी, ये सब के दस्तखत है। जी अब इन लोगों को क्या कहोगे? ये भी सांप्रदायिक सोच कर गए थे ना? वो सांप्रदायिक सोच कर नहीं गए थे। एपीसमेंट के कारण के बाद 67 के बाद आपने सांप्रदायिक सोचना शुरू किया है। वो तो ठीक ही सोच कर गए थे कि किसी भी पंथ निरपेक्ष राष्ट्र के अंदर सभी धर्म के नागरिकों के लिए समान कानून होना चाहिए, कानून धर्म के आधार पर नहीं होना चाहिए। मगर अब इसको भी राजनीतिक कलर देते रहे। हमने हमारे जनसंघ के समय से ये हमारा घोषणा पत्र का वादा है जिसको हम पूरा करते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ ये क्यों, हमने कहा था राम मंदिर बनाएंगे, मोदी जी ने इसका भूमि पूजन कर दिया और 2024 का आप टिकट निकलवा कर रखना, जनवरी का भव्य राम मंदिर अयोध्या में आपको दिखाई पड़ेगा। हमने कहा था कि हम ट्रिपल तलाक को समाप्त कर देंगे। जी हमने कर दिखाया। हमने कहा था एक देश में 2 विधान, 2 निशान, 2 प्रधान नहीं चलेंगे, धारा 370 हट कर रहेगी और 5 अगस्त 2019 को मोदी जी ने धारा 370 को हटा दिया। ये सभी हमारे वादे हैं। धारा 370 हटी, कौन सा चुनाव था भाई? राम जन्मभूमि का भूमि पूजन हुआ, कौन सा चुनाव था? ट्रिपल तलाक हटा, कौन सा चुनाव था? और अगर आप नहीं हटाना चाहते हैं, आप कॉमन सिविल पर्सनल लॉज को सेव करना चाहते हैं, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कह देना चाहिए कि इस देश में कॉमन सिविल कोड नहीं होना चाहिए। इतनी नैतिक ताकत तो होनी चाहिए। मैं तो कांग्रेस के सारे नेताओं को कहता हूं कि मीडिया अगर इकट्ठा ना होता तो हम भेज देते हैं, सब लोग एक बार घोषणा कर दो कि देश में कॉमन सिविल कोड नहीं होना चाहिए। कुछ ट्रेंड।
That was Amit Shah on UCC. Let me get in Siddharth Sharma on this. What is the Aam Aadmi Party's position on UCC? I want to ask all opposition parties because this has been mentioned in the constitution of the country. What is your position? Are you opposed to it? Are you in favor of preserving personal laws? Please make your stand clear.
Yeah, since there have been multiple issues, I'll just take 35 seconds to complete all these three. 2 points I concur with the Honorable Home Minister and 2 points of little bit of difference. Point number 1, he spoke about freebie, that there is, Aam Aadmi Party believes that there is no freebie, it's reciprocity for taxes paid by each citizen. It is called as participation. And I welcome the Honorable Home Minister's statement, which also says about the same thing and lays to rest every discussion about freebie till now. The second point regarding the common civil laws. Now, as far as common civil laws is concerned, Article 44 is very clear. A simple point of question to the BJP is that BJP is in power in so many states right now, in Rajasthan, in Karnataka, in Maharashtra. It can as well bring it anytime it wants. Why doesn't it bring it? It is for the BJP to answer for it. Point number 3, there is a very interesting thing that your viewers would be saying, that the Congress and the BJP both are speaking about each other and both are attacking each other. But very strange fact in this election is that as of now, amongst the candidates declared in Gujarat, BJP has given tickets. BJP has taken 1/4 of, near 1/4, 25% of its candidates belong to the Congress. So it is very clear. The entire discussion which started whether people want a third alternative or not, people want a third alternative right now because they know that the first and second alternatives are playing a
No, but
friendly match. There
Ajay
is no
Umat,
change.
is
There is
the
exchange
issue
going
of
on.
rebels. We saw this in Himachal, I think about 20 odd rebels there. In Gujarat also, quite a few, I think about a third of the candidates have been changed. And this BJP has been doing in all elections in 1995. Is this rebel factor going to be a factor that will hurt the BJP?
Look, Amit Bhai came to the party headquarters yesterday in the evening, 5 o'clock, and from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock, he has spoken to almost all of them. And this morning and in the afternoon also, he did a lot of damage control. Barring 6 or 7 constituencies, BJP has done damage control. And I think the biggest problem is not of this rebels, but Vipul Chaudhary, whether he will join Aam Aadmi Party or will compromise with BJP, that would make a lot of impact in North Gujarat. Barring that, I don't think that BJP is facing any more issues. So is the case with Congress Party. Congress Party has issue with 10 to 12 candidates, and barring 3 candidates, rest of the 9 cases were sorted out amicably. So
Nishant Rawal, I keep coming back to the UCC question because we're seeing state after state, from Uttarakhand to Himachal, now even in Gujarat, there's talk about the UCC. What is the Congress Party's position on this?
See, first of all, Zaka, you need to understand Prime Minister and Home Minister position in the country is very important. There are so many issues are going on at the country level, right? But both are spending their time other way around to push their one of the engine out of double engine in Gujarat. First, Prime Minister spent lots of time doing sabhas and doing lokarpans in Gujarat just to push the Sangathan of BJP, and Mr. Amit Shah is coming to Gujarat just for the damage control. You know why? Because this time in 2022 elections, BJP is finding at 3 levels of their elections. First is fighting against their own
but Nishant Rawal, this was said in 2017 also that Patidar agitation is happening, anti-incumbency will take over, so on and so forth. Nothing happened. At the end of the day, BJP still came back to power with 99 seats.
No, first time in 2022, Zaka, you have seen that BJP's MLAs are fighting as Apaks Umedwar against their own candidates, right?
Okay.
First time in Kamlam, their headquarters, you have seen people are shouting, BJP Karyakarta, cadre-based parties, Karyakartas are shouting a lot and fighting each other.
Kulbakar, the problem of rebels, has it got to a situation where your party senior leaders are now having to do damage control?
I am imagining my class in my school days where a student is studying so hard and other students who are not studying have an issue of it. It's exactly the same way when Narendra Bhai Modi ji is coming to Gujarat, because he belongs to Gujarat, he cares for Gujarat and the entire country as well. So out of his hectic schedule also, if he can come 13 times to the state of Gujarat for his commitment and care and love for the state, I really wonder what is the question all about. Rahul Gandhi ji has not even turned 2 times or 3 times in the entire election campaign. I think he has given it up.
He's not come even once. He's in the middle of Bharat Jodo, and Bharat Jodo should have ideally passed through Gujarat, but it's not. But anyway, we'll see how the story plays out. I want to thank all our guests. Their entire full conversation with Home Minister Amit Shah, we'll play it out again at 11 p.m. here on CNN News 18. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back on the other side, it's Murder Most Foul. This is a story that has shaken the conscience of this nation. 2 people who are in a relationship, Shraddha and Aftab. The relationship goes sour. Aftab kills Shraddha, cuts her body into 35 different pieces and disposes it over a period of time. The shocking story coming to light today. That's going to be right on the other side of this quick break.
Biting a security guard of a housing society in Uttar Pradesh's Greater Noida. The entire incident has been captured on CCTV. In a video going viral, a man was seen lying under a moving train trying to save himself at Kahalgaon railway station in Bihar's Bhagalpur district. According to locals, the person was crossing the railway track to catch the train when the incident occurred. 12 districts in Tamil Nadu, including Chennai and Tiruvallur, have declared a rain holiday for schools and colleges due to heavy showers in parts of the state. The TN Municipal Administration said that other parts of the state, including Puducherry and its Karaikal area, would likely receive rain on 3 more days. 5 weddings were delayed at the Anjaneya temple in Chennai's Puliyantoppu area due to waterlogging inside the temple. Couples who had scheduled their wedding months ago lined up outside the temple, braving the extreme weather conditions. The people of Chennai appealed to the government to take steps to clear the waterlogged roads and also the water inside the temple premises.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the swanky new Terminal 2 of the Kempegowda International Airport here in Bengaluru, and we are inside the terminal. We'll get your inside look on how this futuristic green terminal looks. One of the crucial concepts in the design is to ensure that it feels like a terminal in a garden, and that's the reason you see a lot of greenery that's present within the terminal. It's estimated to be around 10,000 square meters of greenery within the Terminal 2 of this airport. This includes green walls, you have hanging gardens, plants that cascade down from these bells that are there. You have a waterfall, you also have a lot of greenery that's present here once people finish their security check-in, and there is a patch known as a forest patch. This is between the security check-in and the boarding. Apart from the greenery, the other focus area has been to ensure that the terminal reflects the rich heritage culture of Karnataka and also a lot of artwork from South India as well. Nearly around 60 artworks that's been collected from Karnataka, various parts of South India and other places also, and a lot of heritage also reflected here. Well, that's all in this special report from the new Terminal 2 of Kempegowda International Airport with camera person Riaz Harish Upadhyay.
It's time for News Blitz, where we take a quick look at all the stories making news from across the world. Voting for the crucial Himachal Pradesh elections began on a slow note after officials conducted a mock poll at all booths to check EVMs. As many as 412 candidates are contesting the polls from 68 constituencies. The Election Commission has set up more than 7,000 polling stations. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur offered prayers in Mandi before casting his vote. Jairam Thakur urged all the voters to cast their vote to further strengthen democracy. He said that he has faith in the people of Himachal and that they will bring back the BJP government in power. Jairam Thakur cast his vote in Seraj. Jairam praised the amount of voters turnout and how they're coming in large numbers to cast their votes. He said that the change of tradition is inevitable this time, as he is sure that the people of Himachal will bring back BJP in power.
फीडबैक बहुत अच्छा आ रहा है और वो फीडबैक इस तरह का आ रहा है कि एक तो उत्साह के साथ लोग वोट डाल रहे हैं और दूसरी बात जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज वो ये है कि शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से लोग मतदान कर रहे हैं। निश्चित रूप से रिवाज बदलेगा।
Union Minister Anurag Thakur, along with his family, cast their votes at a polling station in Samirpur for the Himachal Pradesh elections. Polling across all 68 assembly constituencies is underway amid tight security arrangements. Congress MP Anand Sharma cast his vote for Himachal Pradesh elections at Sainik Rest House, Longwood at Shimla polling station. Sharma had earlier withdrawn his name as the head of the Congress campaign committee.
There is a mood for change. there are vast sections of the society which have suffered, especially the government employees, the youth who are despondent because of high youth unemployment, women, brave young people who serve in the Indian Defence Forces after the Agnipath scheme. No, Congress will we will have a strong and stable majority. They won't succeed here.
Sukesh Chandrasekhar has penned a fresh letter against the Aam Aadmi Party. Sukesh in his letter said that he is ready for polygraph test if both Kejriwal and Satinder Jain give their consent for the same. He further added that he has even arranged the PR for the Delhi government school story. As soon as Sukesh's letter came to light, BJP took a dig at AAP's Arvind Kejriwal. BJP spokesperson Shehzad Poonawalla called out Kejriwal and asked him to take a lie detector test in order to prove his innocence. Shehzad also accused Kejriwal, Satinder Jain and Kailash Gehlot of using the extorted money for Punjab and Goa elections.
Today, yet another letter from Sukesh has exposed the true face of the AKVC, Arvind Kejriwal, Vasuli Company and the Vasuli Bhaijans, Satinder Jain and Kailash Gehlot. He must take the live lie detector test and prove to the world whether Sukesh is lying or whether AKVC and the Vasuli agents are lying. Was this money exchanged at Kailash Gehlot's farmhouse? Is it true that crores...
It's a crime so gruesome that it's almost like a horror movie. Aftab and Shraddha were a young couple living together in South Delhi, but about 6 months ago they had a fight and Aftab then allegedly strangled Shraddha to death. But that is not where it ended, that's where it began. Because thereafter, he allegedly chopped her up, her body into 35 different pieces, stored it in a refrigerator and then scattered the remains in a forest over the next 3 weeks. He used to step out at 2 a.m. every morning to dispose of one body part after another. Now, this shocking crime, it remained under wraps for the next at least 6 months till the police arrested Aftab this weekend. Now, according to the police, Aftab was inspired by the crime thriller Dexter. This is the story of Aftab and Shraddha. Listen in.
I'm currently standing at the murder scene where it is being said that the body parts, the 35 parts of the body in which it were cut, they were thrown at this location.
Murder most brutal, unimaginable and unthinkable in the national capital. The arrest of Aftab has helped the police crack a 6-month-old murder case. Bone-chilling details have emerged. Accused Aftab murdered his live-in partner Shraddha, chopped her body into 35 pieces, scattered them across Delhi to escape the law.
साउथ जिले के पीएस मेहरोली में एक मर्डर केस रजिस्टर हुआ जिसमें ये मालूम चला कि एक लड़का लड़की रिलेशनशिप में थे, उसमें लड़के ने लड़की का गला घोट के मर्डर कर दिया था मिड ऑफ मई में। ये दोनों लड़का लड़की मुंबई से आते हैं और वहाँ से आके अप्रैल लास्ट में या मई फर्स्ट वीक में दिल्ली में बस जाते हैं। हमारे यहाँ पे एरिया में किराए पे घर पे रहना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं। इनके लिव इन रिलेशनशिप में झगड़े बढ़ जाते हैं और किसी मिड ऑफ मई में इनका झगड़ा ज़्यादा बड़ा हो जाता है और लड़का लड़की का गला दबाकर हत्या कर देता है। इसके बाद लड़का जो है लड़की की बॉडी डिस्पोज पार्ट्स में कट करके अलग अलग जगह पे बॉडी के पार्ट्स फेंकता है।
26-year-old Shraddha worked at a Mumbai MNC call center where she met Aftab. The two started dating and moved in together. After Shraddha's family didn't approve of their relationship, the couple eloped to Delhi and started living in a flat in Mehroli. Aftab brutally killed Shraddha after the latter sought marriage. In May, Aftab strangulated and killed Shraddha, kept her body parts inside the fridge for 18 days and discarded her chopped limbs in a plastic bag at 2 a.m. every night. In an exclusive FIR copy accessed by CNN News18, Shraddha's father has revealed that the family was against the interfaith marriage from the very beginning. The couple's relation had gone bad and Aftab physically abused his daughter. He filed a missing complaint after he was unable to establish contact with her. The Delhi police arrested Aftab yesterday, who was missing for months after the murder. Aftab allegedly confessed that he killed Shraddha as she was pressuring him to marry her.
All right, let me now open this up to our panelists here in our studio. Shashank Shekhar Jha is a lawyer with the Supreme Court. T.R. Kakkar is former commissioner of the Delhi Police. Abha Singh, advocate and activist, and Amber Zaidi, social activist, also joining us. Shashank Shekhar Jha, let me start with you first. I mean, it's absolutely befuddling how someone who is in a relationship with a young woman, whatever disagreements they may have had, actually kills her and then cuts up her body into 30-35 pieces, puts it in a refrigerator and lives in that house for the next 2 to 3 months. In fact, over 3 weeks, he then goes to the forest area to dispose one body part after another. I mean, if this is not a rarest of rare, I can't think of any other case.
Namaste. I guess this is really worrying about the fact that there are a number of couples who are currently residing in live-in relationships away from their parents, and if something like this happens and even the parents get to know about the incident after say 3 months or say 4, I guess that is really worrisome. The more important fact in this particular case is two. One, who are the accomplices? Two, what are the motives? Now, I cannot believe, because I am a law student, so for that point I cannot believe that Aftab has done this entire murder all alone, and after that cutting pieces, body into pieces, say 35, and then disposing it off within a span of 2 weeks, like you said. So I guess that is difficult to be done by one person. And point number two, that the motive. Right now we know, as per his own statement, which he have also changed multiple times, the latest statement he says that he murdered his girlfriend because of the fact that she was pressurizing him for marriage. I have a doubt, because even if someone is pressurizing you for marriage, and if you do not want to have a married life with your living partner, you can break off, you can say remove her from your house, or you can evict the house, etc., etc. But to say that you murdered her, chopped her because of this particular pressure, I have a doubt. And we need to know, the investigation agencies must get into the details as to what exactly led to this incident.
Let me ask T.R. Kakkar. I mean, the police's job is going to be extremely difficult. First of all, this body was chopped up into different parts. It was disposed back in the month of May. It's been 6 months since. So I'd be surprised if any body part of any consequence can be retrieved and then forensic analysis done on it. Much of it would have decomposed. And secondly, all that the police have right now is the so-called confessional that this man Aftab has made before them, which is not even admissible in a court of law. Mr. Kakkar.
You see, this is one murder which will require a lot of hard work by the police, because the entire case is now based on circumstantial evidence which has to be scientifically investigated by the investigating officers. Now, what we need to do is really we have to establish that the two of them lived in that house, that the two of them, when they eloped from Bombay, lived in a hotel in Paharganj, and then find traces. As per his own statement, he alleged to have killed her in the same flat, in the same house. Now, I am sure he must have tried a lot, but the blood must have flown into some crevices somewhere. Very scientific investigation will reveal traces of blood even today. Now, those traces will have to be collected, and if they are lucky to find a part of the flesh somewhere, which I doubt very much, then it is DNA profiling will be able to link the two.
No, but Mr. Kakkar, isn't it worrisome
if she
that
has any other
here is a man who has cut up his girlfriend's body, and he's traveling every night at 2 a.m. across the city of Delhi to dispose the body part, and no one seems to, he never got stopped at a Nakabandi, he never got stopped by any of the night patrollings.
This only shows his mentality. Now, night patrolling, you see, obviously night patrolling does not stop people who, there are hundreds of people who are traveling at night. So, night patrolling does not, so I think...
But Kakkar Sahab, nobody is traveling with a human body part. And he's done it not once or twice, he's done it over 18 days.
Small number, please. He is not carrying a gunny bag. He is carrying perhaps some little piece of flesh, maybe 2 kg, maybe 3 kgs, Now that is something
Abha
which he
Singh,
can always
you know,
hide.
it's rather what is also absolutely staggering for me is the house owner, where in the house that they were staying, he didn't raise an alarm. None of the neighbors, and it's a very crowded locality. It's not like, you know, it's isolated from where people live. It's a very crowded locality. None of the neighbors heard a sound or had any suspicions. Here is a guy going out of his house at 2 a.m. every day for 3 weeks with a human body part and disposing it off, and no one raised an alarm. Abha Singh.
Absolutely, Zaka, you've raised a very relevant question that what about the Nakabandis, how he managed to slip every day and he had a pattern how that he was disposing of one body part. And also the guidelines are very clear that whenever someone rents a house, they are supposed to inform the local police station, and the police maintains a record. So whether that was done or not, and when they had eloped from Mumbai, I think it was very important. In fact, a lot of gruesome murders are taking place like this. In fact, if you see the NCRB records of 2021, Delhi had almost 11,673 violent crimes. So we have to go to the root cause. What emboldens people like this to commit crimes? In fact, if you go to the Chawla rape case where the death penalty was converted, it was waived off, and it was equally gruesome, and the case could not face the trial properly. So here now what is important is not the mindset, but the issue is whether police has been able to recover the knife with which he cut this girl. Then also other evidences are required to make a foolproof case, because people are making a mockery of the law. Even if you're talking of death penalty, that will come at a later stage. Meanwhile, so many cases are happening. So we need to know why we are unable to prevent such crime from happening, and why 6 months it took. Only when the father came, a missing complaint was filed. What was the neighbor's duty? You're very right. What was the landlord's duty? These things need to be looked into. The public apathy is something which is very important. And the big crux is now on interfaith
these were
marriages.
two
Like if
people
young couples are
supposedly
eloping
in a
like this,
relationship,
do we
and
need to
of
make a
course,
register for
in
that?
any relationship, as all of us know, you are free to have differences. Sometimes those differences become so big that the relationship itself is called off. But to actually not just kill somebody you've been in a relationship with, but cut up her body, store it in a refrigerator, and then have the deviousness of mind to go out and dispose that part by part over 18 days. Surely, I mean, surely either Shraddha herself should have known about this, or her family members should have known about this. I mean, how can such a sick mind not be identified? Amber Zaidi.
I have never come across any horrific case in my life more than more horrifying than this. This happened 6 months ago, and there was not even a whisper of it. This is more heart-wrenching. This heart-wrenching incident happened in Delhi, where a woman was killed by her boyfriend or a live-in partner who cut her body into 35 pieces, and he was dumping his pieces on the same pattern every day at 2 a.m. at night, and nobody noticed. Nobody took alarm on even the neighbors, the family, the friends. What took so long for family to take initiative about the girl? Nobody was concerned about the safety and security of the girl. I understand that she flew away from the family, and nobody was agreeing their relationship. They were not allowing her to get in relationship with this boy, but at least they should have been more concerned about her security. She was not active on social media, and she was nowhere to be seen, and nobody took concern about her. Nobody noticed that she is alive or not. We every time when something like this happened, we show our concern. We light up the candles, we do candle march and placards and everything, but we never as responsible society, are we really concerned about the girls around us? Are we really paying attention that how are girls around us being treated, about this security and safety? We as whole society and police, we all are responsible for this. We are failing our girls every day.
No, so I want to ask Shashank Shekhar Jha. I mean, he goes out and buys this refrigerator. He buys a chainsaw which he uses to cut up the body. He goes to work every day after this. What sort of people are there as his colleagues and people at his workplace that they don't see any suspicion? They don't raise any suspicion, or is he so immune to human emotion that he's able to fool all of them?
No, definitely.
Shashank Shekhar, yeah.
I guess
Amber, give me a moment, please. Yeah, Shashank Shekhar, please.
Yeah, I guess there are 2 points here. One, I completely stand with you when I say this with great responsibility that this cannot be done by one person. There must be accomplice in all 3 acts. 1, murdering the person. 2, disposing of the body. And 3, to keeping the evidences or the incidents hidden by the public. And point number 2, we need to understand that circumstantial evidence are very weak. So this case must be strict and go by the fact, and more evidences should be collected in order to bring this matter to the disclosure. We need to understand that Supreme Court recently acquitted all the accused or the convicts of Chawla rape case. That also happened in Delhi because of the fact that there were only circumstantial evidences but could not get supported by the facts. So in this case also we need to not repeat those mistakes, and everything should be watertight, because all those statements made by Aftab before the police are not admissible. All those circumstances could not lead him to conviction. So
Kakkar Sahab, I think you should, in light of what happened in the Chawla rape case, I think it does raise serious questions about whether the police will be able to prove in a court of law the ghastliness and the grisliness of what Aftab did.
The Chawla rape case, just because you mentioned, the trial court, the High Court upholds the trial court awards, the High Court upholds the conviction. Now there is the Supreme Court obviously lets off the accused persons. Now I think the least I can say is perhaps the courts do not have faith in each other's ability. That's all that I can say. Now in this particular case, I agree with Mr. Jha that circumstantial evidence alone in this is going to prove or disprove. He is now in police custody, and let us be very, very clear about it. The reporters, everybody else, the statements being made by somebody in the police, not everything is being revealed to you, and they don't have to reveal. If I was there, I would probably generally satisfy people that this is being done. The police definitely are in Delhi police particularly are very capable of finding out what exactly happened, how they are going to connect the movement right from Bombay to this place. And Amber, as Zadi, as she says, now the responsibility of the family also should be, but as a police officer, I don't want to discuss that. For me, the crime has taken place in Delhi.
I beg to differ.
The crime has taken place.
It's in the same Delhi that we saw the Nirbhaya case also. The Chawla case that we all referred to, also the origins were from Delhi.
Perfectly all right.
Look, I have nothing against the Delhi police, but fact is that even in this case, it came to light only 6 months later. This crime happened in May. Today we are in the middle of November.
Nirbhaya case was worked out, and conviction the accused were convicted.
Of course, that was after huge nationwide outrage, media pressure from civil society. I don't want to get into all of that. Why should it be that only when the media takes up a case, only when it comes into the public domain, and there is so much outrage, that the police also sort of stir themselves into action? That needs to be asked. That question needs to be asked.
Let me assure you that the Delhi police particularly are quite capable of connecting the entire dots and finding out exactly what exactly happened, and I'm sure they will be able to charge sheet this case.
Okay, give me a moment because I'm getting more details on this story. Now the National Commission for Women. Now the National Commission for Women has also stepped in. They have sought a detailed report from the Delhi police over this murder. The NCW chief Rekha Sharma has told CNN News 18, and I quote, that since the accused is already arrested, we have sought a detailed report from the Delhi police and all relevant and supporting documents. We'll review the report and decide further course of action. Abha Singh, what can the NCW do? I mean, like I said, the police itself sort of stumbled upon this case 6 months later, and even now they only have this so-called confessional that Aftab has made to them, which, like I've been saying, is not admissible in a court of law. They have to find the body parts. They have to be able to recover forensic evidence from there. That forensic evidence needs to stand at the test of evidence in a court of law. This is easier said than done to be able to prove this.
Absolutely, Zaka. You're very right. It's very easier said than done. In fact, NCW is a toothless body. If it had been active, they should have been the ones to have gone to the police and said there is a young girl who's missing, and you look into it. Now coming at this stage and just coming and giving a statement serves no purpose. We know the DCWs and the NCW is all toothless, and their stating also has no worth. But now coming here in this case, at least one thing I would like to convey through your channel today, Zaka, that parents of the girl also have a responsibility. Do not just shoo your children away because they have fallen in love, because at such cases children become very vulnerable, particularly girls. Such heinous offences are happening against girls, so it is better be in touch with your children and make sure that they are safe. Now coming to the legal part of this, yes, the statement, the accused will turn hostile, will say I have given this statement under duress from the police, and as it is, we know the statement given to the police is not there in the court of trial. It will not stand. So I think relevant forensics are required. The knife is needed to be recovered. The body parts and the DNA needs to be done, and it should be done in a fast track court. But coming through the basics, even if it's a death penalty and it is overturned later, so I think all these things, these loopholes need to be plugged, because I can all see from this gory murder that criminals are emboldened and they are ready to do anything.
We'll leave it at that, but like I said, this is a shocking case, and as you go to bed tonight, just think of your children. Don't just, leave them away just because they got into a relationship that you don't agree with. They are your responsibility throughout.
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. In an exclusive interview with News18 Network, Home Minister Amit Shah has thrown down the gauntlet on a slew of issues, from the Gujarat elections to the Uniform Civil Code. The Home Minister has said that the BJP will set records in the Gujarat elections and will implement the Uniform Civil Code. He has said India's forefathers like Nehru and Sardar Patel were in favor of the UCC and dared the Congress to take a stand against it. Targeting the Aam Aadmi Party, he slammed Revdi culture again, saying they sink economies instead of empowering poor. He also took on the Congress for insulting Sardar Patel, saying the BJP has given him the rightful place in history. With the fight in Gujarat around the corner, which is a mega prestige fight for the BJP, certainly, here is what the Home Minister had to say.
कितनी सीट देते हैं गुजरात में आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी को?
देखिए, सीटों के आकलन करने के लिए तो बहुत जल्दबाजी होगी, मगर मैं इतना निश्चित कह सकता हूं, दीपावली के समय से लगभग मेरा गुजरात में आज 16वां दिन है। इतना निश्चित कह सकता हूं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी यहां पर अपने सभी चुनावी रिकॉर्ड तोड़कर सर्वाधिक सीट और सर्वाधिक मत प्राप्त कर विजयी बनेगी और प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ यहां पर हम सरकार बनेंगे।
क्या आप माधव सिंह सोलंकी का 1985 का रिकॉर्ड, जो कि 149 सीटों का था, उसको ब्रेक कर पाएंगे?
माफ करना आप मुझे, हम रिकॉर्ड तोड़ने की राजनीति नहीं करते हैं।
अमित जी, इस बार इस चुनाव में अहम और मेन मुद्दा क्या है? क्या फिर से एक बार मोदी जी पर भरोसा, मोदी जी के लिए प्यार, या फिर भूपेंद्र जी का प्रदर्शन भी इस बार एक बड़ा मुद्दा रहेगा?
आप दोनों को अलग नहीं कर सकते हो। 1990 से लेकर आज तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी गुजरात में एक भी चुनाव नहीं आ रही। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का क्लियर कट रिकॉर्ड है और आप सभी जर्नलिस्टों को मालूम पड़ना चाहिए, जब कभी भी हम चुनाव के मैदान में भारतीय जनता पार्टी गुजरात के कार्यकर्ता गए, हमने विजय प्राप्त की है और वो विजय का कारण है गुजरात की जनता का आशीर्वाद और असीम स्नेह। और मैं मानता हूं कि हमने गुजरात की जनता की अपेक्षा पर खरा उतरने के लिए कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी है।
अमित जी, पिछले 27 सालों से गुजरात की जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी और कांग्रेस के बीच में ही मत डालती आई है। इस बार कह रहे हैं कि एक तीसरी पार्टी भी जो है आम आदमी पार्टी, उसने भी जो है अपनी प्रेजेंस यहाँ पे बनाई है। कैसे देखते हैं आप, क्या इस बार ये लड़ाई त्रिकोणीय है?
ऐसा नहीं है कि हर बार कांग्रेस और भाजपा के बीच में ही मुकाबला। बीच में केशुभाई पटेल ने अपनी पार्टी बनाई, इसके बीच में शंकर सिंह वाघेला ने पार्टी बनाई, उसके पहले चले जाए भाजपा जीतने के पहले तो चिमन भाई पटेल जो राजनीति के बहुत बड़े जानकार व्यक्ति माने जाते हैं और जिनकी जनस्वीकृति भी काफी थी एक जमाने में, उन्होंने भी अपनी पार्टी बनाई। गुजरात ने कभी भी तीसरी पार्टी के कंसेप्ट को एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है। गुजरातियों का स्वभाव है सबकी सुनते हैं। अब सुनने के कारण किसी के मन में भ्रांति हो जाए तो मैं क्या कह सकता हूं, डिब्बे खुलने दीजिए, परिणाम बहुत स्पष्ट आने वाला है।
अमित जी, पिछले 10 सालों में आप लोगों ने कुछ मुख्यमंत्री बदले प्रदेश में। पिछली बार तो आपने पूरी की पूरी कैबिनेट ही बदल डाली। इस बार भी जो कैबिनेट में कुछ मंत्री हैं उनके भी कुछ के टिकट कटे हैं। तो क्या मोदी जी के यहाँ से जाने के बाद, आपके यहाँ से जाने के बाद गुजरात में एक स्थिरता आ पाई है? गुजरात अपना नेता ढूंढ
देखिए,
पाया?
ये एनालिसिस ठीक नहीं है। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मोदी जी के जाने के बाद आनंदीबेन पटेल मुख्यमंत्री बनी। आनंदीबेन का जाने का कोई और कारण न था। हमारी पार्टी का नियम था कि 75 साल तक काम करते हैं। उनके 75 साल समाप्त होने में 2 महीने थे, आनंदीबेन को बदला गया। उसके बाद में विजय भाई आए। विजय भाई पूरे 5 साल अपने पूरे किए और भूपेंद्र भाई कर रहे हैं। भूपेंद्र भाई के नेतृत्व में ही हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं। इसके बाद भूपेंद्र भाई को ही मुख्यमंत्री बनना है। अस्थिरता का सवाल कहाँ है? कोई सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता अस्थिरता।
मेरा एक सवाल ये भी आने वाला था कि क्या भूपेंद्र जी ही वापस मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे? उसका
हाँ जी, मैंने कह ही दिया।
जी।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का बहुमत आएगा तो श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल ही मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं।
That was an excerpt of what Home Minister had to say on the Gujarat elections. Now let's take a look at the big takeaways from that exclusive interaction with Editor-in-Chief Rahul Joshi. The Home Minister has said that the BJP will set all records as far as these results are concerned. Remember, the results will happen on 8th of December. Voters will see through opposition's reverie culture. He has gone on to explain difference between reverie culture and what they say is empowering poor. He says that BJP empowers poor with essentials and has opposed the freebie culture. Poor and backward have first right on India's resources is the big takeaway from Home Minister's 50-minute long interview with Rahul Joshi. BJP is